Welcome, everybody.
Welcome to this week's SNL.
Hello, and how is everybody doing on this Sunday? Stephanie, we can highlight your chat.
There you go.
There you go. And the reason we can is because we have some new producers this week. All right, it's time for Wordle. What do we have seen?
All right.
Can it be seen? Yeah. Oh, come on.
All right, so
Derek
what can
is
that
the
be?
man. Boom.
Oh, yeah.
Hello and welcome to the SNL live stream. Yeah, celebration. Because you know what? Can you tell?
I'm wearing a Hawaiian shirt.
I know, but we're not looking at you.
Oh, gotcha.
Can
Actually,
you
right
tell?
now we
Can you tell? Can you tell? It's fall.
fall.
It is.
You know what Jess said when you walked
September.
up today?
What you?
She said he looks like a UM coach.
You
And I
am.
told her, I don't know why, because you're not wearing green. You're not really dressed like a coach. So I don't understand, but that's what she said.
I'm dressed for fall. Because you know what? It's September. You know,
Septiembre.
in Arkansas,
It's actually still
Come on.
August, but yes.
September. No, it's not.
No, it's not.
Golly! What a producer you are.
My bad. I'm living in the past.
Yes, you are living in the past.
That's funny.
I forgot what I was going to say now.
I was thinking the same thing.
Fall.
I was talking about fall, September.
Leaves falling.
Oh, here's what I was going to say. In Arkansas, the rule was you don't wear white
After Labor Day?
after Labor Day.
Why was that the rule?
Well, because white is for summer. And on Labor Day, this is the way I grew up. All right. How about you guys in the chat? Let me know what time of the year did you go to the fair? Because we went to the fair in first week of September, and the Greene County Fair, and we would get out a half a day to go to the fair. We get out of
Wow.
school early
Wow.
to go to the fair and see the pigs
Oh.
and the cows.
You
ride
got a
the
story
rides.
with that, right?
Yeah, the first time I saw my beloved, well, not with the pigs, but the first time.
No, I thought there was a story with the pig. I was actually not talking about what you're about to talk
Oh,
about.
yes, there is a story with the pigs. Because one of the things this is when I was a kid. I was thinking high school, but when I was a kid, they would have a greased pig contest. Anybody ever been in a greased pig contest? You guys
I
ever?
want
I've
to.
dreamt about it.
I want to.
So we had a greased pig contest, and the winner got 10. If you got a pig, you got $10.
Wow.
That's
I could have bought a home back in that day.
Okay, hold it. Look it up on the what do you call it? What's
Internet?
It called? Yeah, but it's called
on the line.
the interest
On the line.
inflation calculator, and put 1978 $10. What's it worth
Okay. $10.
in
It
1970?
didn't pop up.
Oh, $10.
In 1978.
Oh, yes, it did. It's on the other side for some reason. 1978. What month?
What? I don't care.
Well, if we're
September.
just accurate.
September.
Okay. And then we are looking for what month are we in? We're in September 2024.
Yeah.
$10.
So what's it worth?
No data available for month and year selected. Hold on.
You got a bad.
Hold on. No, I got you.
Do that myself. Sorry, guys.
$47.30.
Goodness. That's
Woo!
what was on the line in this pig contest. And you should have seen me.
$47. That
is crazy.
You should have seen me. I laid out and I had the pig
Yeah.
and I had it over the grease. And then some other kid came.
Wait, you had it over the grease?
Well, it was all greased up. But even with the grease, I had its legs.
Okay, gotcha.
And some
Through
other-
the grease.
Through the grease. Some other kid comes up and stole the pig. And I let him.
You're
Soft.
passive.
I let him. I am soft.
passive.
That night, I dreamed about it. I felt guilty about it.
You missed out on $47.
And 30 cents.
Let's talk about that for a moment. If you had to equate someone being at fault for this, for the fact that $10 is now worth or $47.30. Whose fault do you believe?
I would blame the president, Jimmy Carter.
There we go.
So, anyways, that happened, but that's not all that's happened at the Greene County Fair. I also met my wife. No, I didn't meet my wife. I saw my wife there at the Miss Greene County contest.
Come on, did she win?
Dang.
She did.
Look at that.
I was sitting there like this, just because I was
Trying to be
I was a
cool?
cool senior. I wasn't trying.
Oh, okay.
No try needed.
No, sir. I just sitting there and like, oh, because she was new to the town. She moved from Dice, Arkansas,
Dice. Her and the
Dice.
6 other people who lived there.
the home of Johnny Cash.
Yeah.
But anyway, she moved in, and I'm like, wow, I want to marry her, or date her, or meet her.
Gotcha. Started with Mary.
Well,
and then
you
said,
know.
well, I guess I should date before I meet. Well, before I date, I should probably meet her.
Well, you don't want to have too big of dreams. So, anyways, I saw her for the first time, and then eventually, several months later, I met her.
Bet you did.
And today, you were here.
Yep. One
So-
step up
So,
after
anyways,
another.
hey, this is fair season. Get out there.
Go to
and
the fair.
Go to the
Go
fair.
to the fair. We have one that is it a fall though? No, they don't pop up in the fall.
Well, we don't have a
don't
fall.
know.
We don't really
Yeah.
have a fall.
Yeah.
But what I would say,
We do. We have a fall festival at the Bergeron Rodeo Grounds.
Oh,
I didn't know that.
Yes, we do.
I didn't know.
They do line dancing and the whole deal.
Have you been?
I have.
to the rodeo.
Really?
Yeah.
Both of you?
Yeah.
Uh huh.
Oh, you guys are boring.
It's a great time.
Boring.
What do
People. Anyways, no, I'm just kidding. But you know what else they have there at the Bergeron Rodeo Contest?
What?
Strawberry shakes at that little place there.
Yeah. So you've been too.
Not to the rodeo. I've been to the Shake Shack or whatever it's called.
You went all the way out there just for a shake.
Yes, I did. Several times. Strawberry shakes, fresh fruit. I like fruit. I'm like your mother. I like fruit. So.
Yeah.
So, anyways, what was I talking about? Oh, if you are lonely and you need a date, I'm going to give you a little advice. Go to the fair.
There you go.
Why you keep trying these apps? Slide to the right, slide to the left. Just go to the fair. And you, like me, might find your
Beloved.
beloved. Good
Or-
word. Good
You
word.
could.
All right, so we are glad you are here on what we like to call a live stream because our goal is to have fun, hang out, and reach our potential, our destiny. If you haven't checked out the podcast, let me encourage you to do that. We've had some really good conversations, and would love for you to be a part of that. Well, for a giveaway, what you need to do is go to the chat, and you need to invite some. Well, you don't need to go to the chat. You need to invite somebody who goes to the chat and says who invited them.
Yeah.
And it needs to be somebody who has never been here before. All right? That's what you need to do. Go to the chat, invite somebody, and our gift is so good, I forgot to bring it. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to announce the winner next week.
Okay.
Okay. I like it.
Is that okay? And you know, if you're watching for the first time, you may think I'm just talking, but we are the most generous show on TV
That we are.
because we give something away every episode,
Every single one.
and we've given away John Maxwell Bibles, or leadership Bibles.
Yeah.
We've given away the Ultra Open Ear Bose headphones,
Come on.
and
I think we gave away a car on one of the episods.
A boat.
yes.
Soon?
I think,
House.
I'm not sure I was here, but for those, but thank you, Stanley. We appreciate that. Don't tell me you killed the battery again. Not again. Is it the same camera? Hey, you know what? Let me give you a little advice. When you change one battery, change them all.
That's good. That's a soul session
is-
right there.
that is
Hey,
good.
That's what they
Right
tell
there.
you to do with
Your tires.
smoke alarms.
Smoke alone.
Smoke alarms, don't they?
They do. Change them all.
Yeah, switch the batteries once a year. All right, time for, what do you got for us? Time for Tea with Mr. Pastor P. T. We're going to talk about culture. Before we go any further,
Come on.
it is time for, do you know what it's time for?
I believe I do.
I believe so as well.
It is the Office.
Olympics.
That's right. It's the Office Olympics.
Yes.
Last week we had the ladies.
Yeah.
This week we have the gentlemen.
The
Yes,
gents.
ladies first.
And the following week, we need some nominations. Nominations. So in the chat, if you'll give us some nominations, then we'll have another contest. And the 3 winners will come together.
So the nomination, the person who gets nominated,
Well,
along with the 2 winners.
Winners
no,
of the
no,
guys.
no,
Oh, okay,
no,
I see
no,
what
we
you're
have
all
another
three,
race.
all three
A whole
nominations.
third.
And then the
Yes.
winner of
Race.
that, the winner, and then the winner.
So
Yeah.
we need 3 nominations and then myself.
Okay.
Okay.
Gotcha.
I don't know if I'll do it, but the 3 nominations and then the 3 winners will play in the grand finale. And
Okay.
we'll let people bet on that.
Are there any guidelines on the nominations? We'll let people bet.
Well, no,
It's
I'm
for
sorry. That's
staff,
right.
right?
Good staff.
Yeah.
Staff.
Okay.
We may do in the future.
Ooh, some volunteers.
Yeah. Well, we'll do the chat. You know what I'm saying? Like
There we
some
go.
Of, some of our community.
I like it.
But today, it is the gentleman. You guys ready?
I'm ready.
Do you think you know who won?
I'm fairly confident.
Yeah.
Since you have the times, you know who won.
Fairly confident.
Let it roll.
If you go back in history, there was an obstacle course we did with staff. I was like 2nd or 3rd out of the entire staff.
You gotta be quick, man. Don't be slowing me down.
Hey, my strategy is if I already get out as far as I can.
3, 2, 1, go.
There it is. There it is. He's a little slow on picking it up. He got concerned.
Coffee drinker.
Do you make it with a Keurig or do you do something different?
I do Nespresso. This is slow motion right here, man. Talk about patience, huh? Talk about patience. Come on. The drip. The drip. The drip. The drip. The drip. The drip.
That was kind of slow.
The drip. I feel that he's a cheater.
I know how to type. I took typing. Actually.
Did he go?
Yep, it went.
Come on, somebody. Come on, somebody. Come on.
Who's riding? Who's riding? Let's go. We're leaving.
Come on, man. Come on.
3, 2, 1, go. The good thing is, actually,
Oh, this is hot. This.
Here he comes. All right, this is the difference maker right here. Because did you know Pastor Danny doesn't know how to type?
Hey, I don't doubt it.
What's up, Bubba? You winning, Pastor Matt. Come on, baby, come on.
Let's go.
I'm just gonna anticipate it and just do it.
3, 2, 1, go.
Two hours later.
Let's see. This here. No, he's not a hunting pecker. Do his editing. Oh! That's good.
How do we want to do this? Starting with third place, last place?
Yeah.
Or do you want us
Yes.
to just say
No.
third
We got to
place?
start with
Third
third.
place.
All right. In third place with a time, including.
Can I give a guess?
Yes, you can.
No, I'm not going to guess.
Okay. With a time. Remember, there were delays
That there were.
if they messed
If they
up
messed
certain
up.
things. In third place with a time of 5 minutes and 51 seconds and
snail.
0.05 milliseconds.
That's a long time.
Yeah,
It
that was
is.
a snail.
Pastor Danny.
Wow. He went from the truck,
Yeah, he went from the champion
pastors
to
in
the
the
chump.
parking lot, from the champion to the chump. Oh, I didn't say that, Pastor Danny. Who came in second?
In second place with a time.
Let's just remember Pastor Matt or Pastor Tyler.
Second place with a time of 4 minutes, 52 seconds, and 42 milliseconds.
That's
is
like a minute less.
Pastor Matt.
Matthias.
Wow. So that means
That our winner.
is
By a good margin.
Yeah.
Is Pastor Tyler with 4 minutes and 26 seconds and 33 milliseconds.
Now he's the champion. Come on.
He was so good at typing.
It was the typing.
Yeah,
That's
it
what made
was.
the difference.
It was. And he's
Are
got
you a good
arthritis.
typer?
I taught him.
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember that. When you would lock him in his room and force him to type the Gettysburg Address.
I love my dad 1,000 times.
Yeah.
You know what we used to have to type? All good men come to the aid of their country.
Amen.
That's what we had to type
Over and over.
in typing class. Yeah. All good men. Did you type that in the DR? What? All good men come to the aid of their country? No. All,
Said nah.
Nah.
all right. That's it.
Back to our regularly scheduled program.
Yeah.
As they're all regular scheduled. Do I look like the pitcher?
Yes.
That you do.
yeah.
All right.
That you do. Okay, so this is the first story I found.
Cannabis, hallucinogen use among adults still at historic heights. So is cannabis a hallucinogen or is cannabis and hallucinogens?
I think cannabis is a hallucinogen.
All right. Vaping among younger adults and binge drinking among midlife adults also maintain record high levels. NIH supported study shows. So just everybody's getting high is what it sounds like.
I guess.
Let's keep reading.
Hallucinogen. It is, in fact,
What?
cannabis.
Oh, is it? And cannabis is
Weed.
Mary Jane.
Marijuana.
marijuana. That's what I thought.
Macalolo.
Percentages of adults using cannabis and hallucinogens over the past year stayed historically high levels in 2023, according to the latest findings. So, what do you think the percentage is without looking? Show that. Let me read. Give you hints. The result shows that the prevalence of adults aged 19 to 30 and 35 to 50 who use cannabis and hallucinogens. See, it says and. Over the past year remained at higher levels compared to previous years. I don't know if it's going to give us statistics.
I don't know if it is either.
In contrast, past year use of tobacco cigarettes remained at all-time low levels. So we're not smoking cigarettes.
Nope. Cigarettes are out.
Smoking weed.
That's kind of sad. Past month in daily alcohol use continued a decade-long decline, with binge drinking reaching all-time lows. Among 35 to 50-year-olds, however, the prevalence of binge drinking in 2023 increased from 5 and 10 years ago. Isn't it weird that it wouldn't give percentages or some kind of
No,
number?
it's like, trust me. Trust me.
It went up. I promise.
The monitoring of future study is conducted by scientists at the University of Michigan's Institute for Social Research. Reports vaping, nicotine, or cannabis in the past year among adults 19 to 30 rose over 5 years, and both trends remain highs. That is so weird. For the first time in 2023, 19 to 30-year-old women reported a higher prevalence of, so the ladies are doing more than the men.
That's wild.
You know, I feel like I do see more women vaping than I do men. Like just out in my everyday life.
But that's cannabis. More women are doing marijuana. I wonder why they call it cannabis instead of marijuana.
I think
Make it sound
cannabis
better?
is the name of a.
The plant.
The plant.
But alcohol continues to be the most commonly used substance across all age groups, followed by more cannabis than nicotine. That's surprising, isn't it?
That's wild.
Wow, things have changed since I was a youngster. Research professor and investigator, the longer-term trends indicate that cannabis and psychedelic use have been increasing for both young adults and midlife adults. Have increased. Vaping has increased. Since 1975, the Monitoring Future study has annually surveyed. It is not going to give us any. Okay, here we go. Cannabis use in the past year and past month remain a historic. I see percentages. I see
percentages in there,
percentages.
yeah.
I see percentages. We're reportedly approximately 42, 29, and 10. Okay, so let me read it again. Among adults 19 to 30 years old, past year, past month, and daily use of cannabis of 20 or more occasions were reported 42% have done it in the past year, 29% in the past month, and 10% in the past, past days.
42% in the past year is kind of crazy.
That is wild.
Wow.
I mean, chances are, I'm not calling anyone out here, but chances are someone in this room
Has.
within the past year.
But hey, I'm in the 35 to 50, and that's only 29%.
You're actually not in 35 to 50. I hate to break it to you.
I guess you're right. I'm not even on the chart.
Your people are not getting high.
Cannabis vaping, on the other hand, in the past month was by 22%, 14% of adults 19 to 30. Wow.
Man,
9% and
42%.
6% of adults
That's
35 to 50 keep going up. Reports past year, past month. Wow. Hallucinogen use in the past year continued a 5-year steep incline for both adult groups, reaching 9% of adults. Wow.
9%, nearly 10%, 1 in 10 almost. People 19 to 30 have used
LSD,
hallucinogens.
LSD,
LSD.
mescaline, peyote, shrooms, psilocybin, and PCP. Which of those do you like the best?
Oh my goodness.
Alcohol remains the
Oh,
most
God.
used substance. However, the past month drinking 65%, daily drinking 4%, binge drinking 27%, 65%. Let's see if it says nicotine.
Nicotine vaping is there.
Yeah. Additional data. Cigarette smoking the past year, non-medical use of prescription drugs and past year use of medication, surveyed narcotics over the heroin, maintained 5 and 10-year declines. So at least something's declining. Wow. What do you think that says? What does that say? All those statistics.
Oh man. People are trying to get away from the world.
Yeah. Especially hallucinogens.
Right. I mean, they're doing that more than relaxing, having a
Yeah.
cigarette, which I'm not saying is okay. I'm just saying that's interesting.
They just want to get away without having to get away.
Isn't there like peyote? You have to go to a different country to do that, right? Is
I
that
think
like
that's Indians, like Native Americans. I mean, that's not
And we're canceled.
Yes, that's what I think in Lima you can do that. I mean in Peru you can do that as
Peyote.
well. Yeah. Is there a famous
I don't
football
know.
player that does that?
I believe Aaron Rodgers.
Well,
Isn't that what he did?
I wasn't going to throw
I don't
any
know.
names.
Oh.
but that's why I said famous football player.
My bad. I apologize. He could be watching.
You guys, yeah. Well, he wouldn't be the only famous football player that watches. What else do you have for us?
Okay. So the next one is, I thought this was interesting. Here's why. Okay. Before I bring up the story, you have told me many times, when in doubt, take some salt, right? You start cramping up, you start getting a headache, probably dehydrated.
Yeah.
You used to say, drink some water, but now you say, take some salt.
Was
and
that
there's
wrong?
been a new study about salt.
Can increase the can increase what? Can increase the activity of certain immune cells against cancer.
Come on.
See?
Salt cures cancer.
And this is by the German website Leben is Hecke.
Could you pronounce this right here?
Frederick Garlick.
That's easier than I thought it would be.
I didn't really see Frederick.
No, I didn't either. But it may be.
Yeah, no, it is.
That was impressive.
Thank you. I'm an educator. Salt could help to boost the immune defense against cancer. This is suggested by research findings by a team led by Professor Dr. Christina Zelinsky, who holds the chair of infection immuno.
Oh, there we go. That's the word.
Immunology. Immunology. Is that right? Immunology.
There you go.
At the Friedrich Schiller University in Jena. The group research is in the... Okay, keep going.
Let me zoom out a little bit.
Commonly known, where'd you go? Commonly known as table salt was a valuable commodity in history. Today, table salt is cheap and indispensable in the kitchen. It's therefore not surprising that it has long since found its way into our everyday language. Although not all expressions always bode well. However, the phrase rubbing salt into the wound could soon be given a positive twist in cancer therapy. I wonder, in the past, cancer was usually a death sentence, but research has made considerable progress in recent decades and significantly increased the survival time, the high quality of life for many types of cancer. Recently, adoptive T-cell therapy in particular has developed an effective treatment tool. Here, certain of the body's own white blood cells and T cells are modified in such a way that they can specifically recognize and fight tumors. So where's the salt?
Right here.
We were able to show that sodium enhances the immune response of CD8 T cells, says Cheng Feng Chu, who is the first author of the study. CD8 T cells are immune cells that can recognize and kill tumor cells. You believe it?
I do.
I do as well.
So
I trust
Chang Feng Chu.
Cheng Feng Chu. Now that's interesting because this is a German website.
But they got hit.
I don't think he's from Germany.
No, I don't think so.
Dying over there.
Why are you laughing?
Now, I've seen you on multiple occasions where you'll start cramping up really bad and you'll just...
What is wrong with my producers?
You'll just
Okay.
take a handful of salt and
Yes.
instantly it stops the cramping.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know why? Because it's and it's not any salt, it's sea salt.
Yeah.
It's
So
not, this
I've-
is table salt.
So I've heard that sea salt and the salt that's used to like in preservatives and in foods and stuff is completely different. So when studies come up of like, oh, because of having too much salt intake, you have high cholesterol, it's from those processed foods, the sodium in the processed foods, not the fact that like it's sea salt. Like it's two different salts. A couple dudes.
Tell you.
My source is some dudes that have that taken the carnivore diet.
All right. Well, I thought that was interesting. On to the final one, which is just
that
this
was
one
crazy.
gets a laugh.
Hey, we're here to build community and to have
Absolutely.
fun.
That we
right?
are. And
We're
this-
having fun.
This one, I think it's just great. It's just all around great.
All right.
All right. So F1, there was an F1 race.
Yeah.
There. Do you know what the safety car is at the F1
It's the car that goes in front of the rest of the cars.
Yeah.
for safety?
Right.
Well, this is what the safety car did at the F1 race. There is no audio. So I think they had to call another safety car for the
come and
safety car.
help.
That's what they
Yes.
said. It says F1 race.
That's an Aston Martin.
It
Yeah.
seems like he lost control.
It looked like he was trying to drift. He was trying to hit that corner.
You know
he
what?
was trying to impress everyone.
Here's what I think. AI. I don't think that's real.
I think it is.
Yeah, I think so as well.
Why do you think it's?
Because it was
let's
all
wa-
over Reddit.
Well, let's watch it. Oh!
And as we know, Reddit,
Is
Let's
the
watch it
source
again.
for news.
Look, watch. I don't see him lose control.
right there, boom, lost control, spinning out.
Oh, see, camera cut.
So you're saying fake.
I'm saying fake.
Interesting.
Go to Red Tomatoes and see if they say it's fake.
Red tomatoes.
What's the one? What's the fake one? What's the show that? I mean, the website that tells you fake and non-fake. Rotten Tomatoes. No, that's the movie one.
Yeah.
Anyway, I thought there was one that said fake or not fake.
This is kind of like if you were in a paramedic, like in an ambulance, and they crashed.
That's
and they had to
happened.
call an ambulance to come pick up everyone from the
Yeah.
ambulance.
I think that's happened.
I'm sure. And in the
I'm sure
same
it's happened.
way, the safety car can
Say,
crash.
hold it now. If you'll look at those tires, you can tell that's not real. Real.
It looks pretty real.
Okay, I can. This is definitely real. Yeah, I mean, boom, right into the water canisters.
Yeah, but they don't have those at the races.
That's got to be so embarrassing. I wouldn't want to get out of the car.
Yeah.
No, it would be incredibly embarrassing. If
I
it
mean,
were
you're
real.
literally-
look. That's not even a real racetrack.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah, I mean,
No, watch at the very end. It looks like it's a green screen.
I think there's a green lane.
Let's just wait. Wait, don't be in a rushing. Watch. Right there. Look at that.
That's the-
Does that look like real tires there? So you think it's real?
Yes.
I think it's crazy. If it's real, do you think that guy gets the job at the next race?
Nope.
I don't.
They hired a new safety car driver.
And I bet Ashton Martin says, "Well, way to represent." That was good money spent.
Yeah, exactly.
Makes it look good.
Or they blame it on the car.
You know what it is? It's time for something we have never lost at.
Never once.
It is.
So we need everyone to participate and help us out on.
Now this is about to be interesting. Here we go.
This could be our first loss.
This could be,
This could be.
our first loss. Do you have a word? Now, here's what I'll tell you. We can go with whatever words you would like. But my wife has a never fail word.
Okay.
A word that when it has been used,
You
it's
always
never
have.
failed. It's got a lot of vowels.
All right. What is it?
Audio.
Audio. Almost all vowels, except for one. Oh, that's not much.
Wow, that's a good one.
All right, so it's got a U.
Yes.
Yeah. Somewhere in it.
No, but the U. I was gonna say sweet, but
There's no U in sweet.
no, like a suite, like in a hotel.
Ah.
S-U-I, but there's an I in that.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Yep. What's a word with a U? 5 letters. U. First thing that comes to your mind.
Dumb.
Funky.
Dumb.
Dumb. There's no D.
Funky.
Funky.
You wouldn't be in that spot.
You're right.
Yes, because the U's not there. So it starts.
No, there's
Umbrella.
an I.
Trunk.
Umbrella.
Umbrella's way too many letters. Trunk.
Trunk. That's a good one.
Okay.
Oh, come on.
Oh, drunk.
Well, it's not R.
There's not an R. but
Wow. Unk.
flunk. Is that like you flunk the grade?
Funk. Come on. We did better.
Come on. It took two flunkies.
Yeah, to get it.
Come on,
To get there.
chat.
But we got it.
You guys could do better. We're awesome.
Come on. They
Wow.
should just race us on that one.
That
See
may
if
have
they
been.
can get it quicker.
Who is it that's always bragging about it?
Sammy.
Sammy.
And Ross.
Sammy Ross. Did you get it in 2? Because you would have had to beat us.
Yeah, because we got it in 3.
We got it in 3, and that's because we meant to.
Yeah, we did.
That's because you chose audio for the first word.
You found out all those vowels were not in the word because of
True.
Oh.
True.
She's right.
Oh,
She's
that's
right.
another
Reverse.
way-
We
that's another
reverse
way-
engineered it.
That's another way to look at it. We are all.
Yep. We're all that.
There's a word I've got right here. I just can't think of what it is.
Synchronized?
No.
No. You got it. You
No,
got it.
what's the word?
Smart.
People,
That's what I heard.
the people who make rockets.
Engineers.
That's it.
Engineers.
We are all, because we reverse engineered it. So we're engineers.
So we're engineers.
You know what it is?
I do.
It is time for Soul.
Session. Hey guys.
Still got me.
I did. That's my bad.
Hey guys. Hey guys.
Yes.
Well, it sounds like. Am I normal?
Yeah.
Yes. That's your voice.
All right. So because we try to edit Soul Session and put it, in its own little box. So, hey guys. So the audience is laughing at me. It's terrible. Hey, I gotta say something different. Hey guys. It's a bad show.
Oh man,
show.
I think people are gonna enjoy
No,
it.
this is great.
This is
This
awesome.
is great.
All right.
is what they
Hey,
wanna
you know
see.
What? Play that again. Let's try it again. Do you have it?
Yeah.
Hey guys. Woo! Yes, sir. Hey, what we try to do with Soul Session is to take just a moment and talk about some things that might help us better reach our potential. Because I haven't mentioned it this whole show, but I do have a book.
You do. That you do.
And we are going we're still trying to get to 100. It's sad. I know it's sad, but 100 reviews. And I looked the other day. I don't know what we're at today, but the other day we were at 91. So we just need
come on.
9. Just
Yeah.
need 9. If you're
Hopefully
out there,
Ross puts in his review.
I'm moving on.
Moving on.
Moving on. But I have written a book. I think it will help you reach your potential. That's the reason we wrote it. That's our passion. It's the reason we're doing this channel. It's so much a part of all that we do. I mean, one of the things at Potential Church is to help people reach their God potential, to believe that you were intentionally created to do something of significance. And part of reaching our potential is creativity. And so I want to give you 5 keys to creativity. You may have heard of them or know them, but I think it's good to be reminded of the things that can help us be creative. The first one is this, and I've said this a million times. Do you know what the first one is by any chance? Or
You
what's
said 1,000,000 times.
it's the number one definition of creativity. Creative people have to do what? Does anybody know? Anybody in chat know?
Create.
No, it's not create.
Think outside the box.
Stay in.
The room past the first idea.
That is it. You got the tendency, you got a problem, you immediately come up with a solution and you move on. We're all in a hurry to move to the next thing. Creativity simply says, that may be the best idea, but is there another way? And that's what creative people do, whether it's natural or it's intentional. But if you want to be creative and you're just saying, where do you want to eat? And somebody says, pizza. You just say, is that where we really want to go? What about hamburgers? Or what about, right? You just got to stay in the room past the first idea. Secondly, is be a contrarian. Most of us want to go along to get along or get along to go along. And a contrarian goes in the opposite direction. And creative groups or organizations have a contrarian. They have somebody that says, but what about? And if you're by yourself trying to be creative, you got to have, you might say one of those voices in your mind that says, but what about, right? That willing yourself to think, is there another way? Could we do it some other way? Because again, the tendency is just to fall in line.
Yeah.
Here's what we've always done. Here's what we'll do. We'll do the same thing. We get in ruts, right? Or here's the way they did it. That's the way it's supposed to be done. Which leads me to the third one. Creative people are curious about everything. And it's just getting into the habit of asking questions. And again, the questions can be why, what, when, and just continuing to go and developing a curious spirit. Because that leads to different ways of seeing things, which leads to different ways of doing things, right? I mean, you think about it, inventions. Sometimes you ever said, man, that guy came up with something. I've thought of that, or I could have thought of that, or that's not that complicated. Why couldn't I have done that? You know, the person that created windshield wipers, for example, right? Why couldn't I have come up with that? Well, it's not that you couldn't. It's that you didn't, right? And the reason you didn't is because you just went along. Again, there's energy expended, and that, I think we just get tired, right? If I say, hey, what do we want to do for our live stream? And Carson says something, and it takes energy if I'm going to say, well, what about, or what if, or why do you want to do that? Or what if we did it this way? Or right. Yeah. I've got to think and process, and that all takes energy. So be curious. So stay in the room past the first idea, be a contrarian, be curious. Number 4, be the clown. And what I mean is to make the meeting fun.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times it's out of that foolishness that good ideas come.
Yeah.
One, because the ego gets out of the way. The ego, more than anything else, keeps creative ideas from coming about. Because you got to be willing to say something stupid that might be the good idea, or it might just spur somebody else on to a good idea.
Yeah.
And most of us have too big of an ego to be the clown, to be the one that says something goofy or stupid or gets laughed at or mocked, for the next week as we make fun of one another. But it's often out of that environment that creativity comes. And then lastly, commit to the best idea, not just to your idea. And again, that's the whole idea of ego. And a lot of times we're unable to be creative because everybody is so tied to their own idea. And, creativity is about getting the best idea, not just your idea.
Yeah.
And again, these all take commitment. So you think about them again. These 5 keys: stay in the room past the first idea. You're going to have to make yourself do that. Be a contrarian. Some people are naturally contrarians, but you're going to have to probably make yourself do that. Be curious. Again, some people are born curious. They got questions about everything. Everybody did when they were a child, right? Every child asks a bunch of questions, but if we're not careful, we grow out of it. And if you grow out of it, then it's hard to be creative. Be the clown. It's okay. Make fun, have fun, make people laugh, because out of that will come awesome ideas. And then commit to the best idea, not just to your idea. And those 5 simple ideas might help you come up with the next invention, come up with the best way to strategize or to organize your staff or how to get a side job, right? Creativity is incredibly powerful at helping you succeed at reaching your potential.
That's good.
And that is our soul session.
Just to add something to that thought really quick.
That's not the end of our soul
Just when
session.
when it comes to creativity, I think one of the things that's been really helpful for me is always keeping my mind in a place where I can be creative, meaning that I don't turn it off. It's not like once I get home, I no longer think about, well, how could this be better? Or how could this work differently? Me and Jess will often have conversations of creativity just while we're at home hanging out. And I think when you keep your mind in a place where you're always thinking about how could something be better or different or new, you'll eventually find that idea. What can be stressful with creativity is when you're sitting in a room and like, we got to come out of this room with an idea. And now we just are sitting here in silence. Everyone's thinking, but when your mind is always open to thinking through new ways to do something or a creative way to accomplish a goal, I find that you don't have to be in those stressful situations as often.
What do you think are the enemies of creativity?
Oof.
Settling.
Okay.
Ah, man.
I think discouragement. If you're
Yeah.
discouraged,
Yeah.
you're not going to, it's
You're not
like,
gonna
what's
be
the
as
matter
creative.
anyways?
Yeah.
I'm not going to, tiredness. If you're tired, you're not going to expend the energy to be creative.
Yeah.
I think as a leader, you can create an environment where people are afraid to be creative.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think you said it earlier, like ego, you know, just not wanting to be the person who shouts out that idea that no one understands. I think it's one thing when like an idea doesn't get taken. I think the biggest fear is an idea that no one understands. You know, so what do you mean? Like that's almost worse than the idea that people are like, okay, I get it, but like maybe there's something better. But it's worse to shout out this idea that you're excited about and no one gets it.
Yeah.
And so you kind of have to take those risks. And so I think ego can definitely destroy creativity.
And a lot of cultures, you know, don't creativity. A lot of times it means change.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And change creates confusion and creates extra work, and it creates a lot of stuff that we don't like. So sometimes just the culture around us is like, let's just go with the flow.
Yeah.
We've always done it this way. Let's just do it this way.
We know what this way takes.
Yeah. Well, if I'm going to change it, like I got a big idea, then I'm going to have, like, let's say I decide we need to set it up different. You know what I mean? Like, then I got to call you, and I've got to, you know, you're going to what, where, what, you know, and then frustrated, and I'm frustrated, you know. So it does take a lot of energy. But don't give up on it. And please do not say, I'm not creative.
Yeah.
You were as a child, and you can be again. Hey guys, thanks so much for tuning in. I hope that you will hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. The algorithm makes a huge difference so that we can get encouragement out there. I mean, if we want to make a thumbnail about, you know, discouragement or calling out somebody or disagreeing with somebody, you know, those things always get clicked. They always get pushed. But good news and fun don't always. And that's our heart. So if you haven't subscribed, share it with somebody. Hopefully it'll be an encouragement to them. And don't forget the podcast comes out every Thursday morning. And we would love for you to check it out. We've really had some good ones. And the book. It makes a difference. We'll see you. God bless and have a great week.